Nestled in the rugged terrain of Mount Horeb, a curious scene awaited. The air was thick with the dust of the desert, and the silence stretched for miles, interrupted only by the occasional whisper of the wind. Here, in this wilderness, Moses found himself tending to his flock, a humble shepherd lost in thought. Little did he know that this mundane routine was about to be transformed into something extraordinary. The stage was set for a divine encounter where the ordinary was about to ignite into the extraordinary, a moment that would change the course of his life and usher in a new destiny for the people of Israel. Moses' journey had been anything but easy. Raised in the royal household of Pharaoh, he grew up with the privileges of Egypt. Yet the weight of his true identity hung heavy on his heart. As he fled to Midian after an impulsive act of justice, killing an Egyptian taskmaster, Moses became a man adrift, haunted by memories and guilt. In the solitude of the desert, he transformed into a shepherd, but his heart was restless, weighed down by feelings of isolation and unfulfilled purpose. The audience may very well resonate with Moses in this tumultuous phase. Like him, many of us experience periods where we wrestle with our identity and our place in the world. It was on an ordinary day that the extraordinary unveiled itself. As Moses walked through the quiet wilderness, an inconspicuous bush caught his eye, engulfed in flames yet remaining unburned. This visual struck him with a jolt. How could a fire blaze so brightly without consuming? Curiosity sparked within him, compelling him to approach nearer. The flames danced vividly against the backdrop of the dusty landscape, illuminating the surrounding darkness. This was no mere anomaly. It announced the presence of something divine, beckoning Moses to step closer to a profound revelation. As Moses drew near, the voice of God broke through the air, commanding him to halt. "Do not come any closer," the voice resounded with authority. "Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." The weight of these words wrapped around Moses, urging him to recognize the sacredness of the moment. It was as if time stood still, and he was invited into a space where the divine encountered the human. The act of removing sandals became a powerful symbol of humility, respect, and readiness to embrace an extraordinary encounter. Here, Moses learned that ordinary moments can transform into extraordinary experiences when one is open to divine presence. In this holy space, God called Moses into action, revealing a mission of monumental importance. He was to return to Egypt and lead the Israelites out of slavery. As God laid out this daunting task, Moses felt the flicker of doubt arise within him. "Who am I to go to Pharaoh?" he questioned silently, the weight of the challenge looming large. In his mind, echoes of inadequacy rang loud. Murmurs of his past, his speech impediment, and feelings of insignificance clouded his confidence. This pivotal moment reflects the reality many face when confronted with a divine calling. The fear of inadequacy can feel heavier than any mountain. Yet amidst Moses' hesitations, God's reassurances flowed like a gentle river. "I will be with you," God affirmed, weaving a promise into the fabric of Moses' fears. The declaration, "I am who I am," resonated in Moses' heart, a reminder of God's eternal presence and unwavering support. This affirmation transformed the narrative. Moses was not just an ordinary peer in a forgotten land, but a conduit for divine purpose. This message can reverberate in our lives too. Often, when we embrace our calling, we find the strength and support of a power greater than ourselves. As we reflect on Moses' divine encounter, let us also consider our own lives. I invite you to join me in a simple yet powerful prayer confession. God, who illuminates the ordinary, set my vision ablaze with your presence. Like the vibrant, unexpected flames that caught Moses' attention, interrupt my routine with your brilliance. I stand in awe on this holy ground of encounter, ready to follow where your colorful fire leads. Speak, Lord, your servant is watching and listening. Amen. This prayer is a gentle reminder of our need for God's light to guide us through the shadows of our routines. As we draw to a close, consider the profound takeaways from Moses' interaction with the burning bush. It encourages us to seek our own burning bush moments, to be attentive to God's invitations in the midst of our daily lives. Divine callings may rise from the ashes of our doubt, ready to guide us on incredible journeys. Let us take our cues from Moses, remain watchful, and be willing to step into the holy ground of our lives, where the ordinary meets the extraordinary.